What is up, team? Happy Monday. I'm coming to you with a weekly update video, and my goal is to keep it super short for you guys today. I hope you're having a great day, and we're so excited for student night coming up in just 2 days. So this week, I'm going to be speaking to middle school, and your very own Rachel Miner will be speaking to high school. Our bottom line is that patient people know there's more to the story. I'm super excited about this message, and so is Rachel, because we're both very passionate about patience, in big grand scheme patience, like patience in your season, but also just being patient with people can be really difficult. And I think for me especially, I'm going to be feeding off of a lot of Ben's How to Not Hate a Jerk Face, just like little one-liners here and there, because the whole having a complete perspective is very relevant in this idea of being patient with people in difficult situations. So we're going to be talking about that on Wednesday. We are going to have a similar structure as we did last week when it comes to hangout, and then going to the student room and then breaking off from there for the 2 different messages. So we will be working with that. And I believe we're going to be having hot dogs on Wednesday. I know it was kind of a last minute. We had to change something, and there's like a plethora of hot dogs and hamburgers in the freezer from the teacher luncheon that we had a week ago. So I believe Leslie Snyder is going to be helping us out, and we're going to be having some great food and hopefully super cheap. So that's what we have going on Wednesday. If you guys can't make it for some reason, or if you're going to be late, please text me. Communication is key. Text myself or Jacob and let us know. We have the Dream Team Leader Gathering coming up on November 17th, which is next Sunday. Now, we have started talking about this a month ago, so I would love to be sure all of you are there. We have a lot of different things that we want to talk about, and we just want to have some family time. So we just want to have an opportunity for all of us to connect, to hang out together, and hopefully have some fun. So I really hope you guys have marked your calendars for that. I believe it's at 3, from 3 to 4:30. So we're looking forward to that, and other than that, I don't believe I have a lot for you guys. One thing I just want to encourage you in is it was cool this past weekend learning that some of our students don't know that they can go through Growth Track. Like, they thought because they were in middle school that they're just not allowed to go through Growth Track, and that is defeating, and that's discouraging, because we know that Growth Track as a church is where we help people take their next steps, where we help people find out how they're wired and how God has gifted them so that they can make a difference. And so talking to some students about that was heartbreaking, because for me, as the leader of this ministry, that falls back on me, of me knowing that I haven't casted vision to you guys so that you guys can cast vision to your students. And so we want to make sure we're all using the same language, that we're all pointing students towards next steps. So if you don't know where your student is, or any of your students are on their spiritual journey, I would encourage you to dive into that. We know that the first step is knowing God, and then it goes to finding freedom, which they can do in group time, and then discovering their purpose, which is what happens at Growth Track, and then finally making a difference. I love seeing some of our SLG students who have completed Growth Track and are now in the onboarding process to lead in Cedarville or even on the student ministries team. So you should be trying to find out each and every week where those different students are at on their spiritual journey. And if some of your students have been coming for a while, they probably know God, and maybe they've already been taking steps to find freedom. One of their next steps might be Growth Track, and I don't care if they're in 6th grade or if they're a senior, like, point them that way. And I would encourage you, if you feel like you need to go with them, talk to me and have that conversation, and we'll work that out. We just know that if our mission is to introduce students to Jesus and the life-changing adventure with Him, that life-changing adventure is an ongoing process. It doesn't stop. And so we want to make sure that these students are constantly taking next steps. So let's just make sure that we're all using that spiritual journey language, and that we know we can point students to Growth Track, and we should. Because how awesome would it be to see, I know Rachel has talked about high school takeovers and seeing all high school students running a weekend service when it comes to First Impressions, Brew Crew, all of those different serving opportunities, to just see high school students just flooding the lobby serving. And so the only way that that's possible is if we point students to Growth Track and help them on their next steps. So I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you guys, and hopefully we can kind of all get on the same page when it comes to the mission and the vision and helping students take next steps. So if you guys have any questions about that, ask me. We are approaching a break. We have a harvest party next week, which is going to be so much fun. I believe we have both Lauren, Leslie, Ben, and Mark coming for donuts and Snyder. I know that's something we talked about at our brainstorm night. And then we have a couple of other fun features for our fall harvest party next week. Be sure to check out Goodwill or Plato's Closet nearest to you for a flannel if you don't own one, because we're going to be encouraging everyone to wear flannels. So I'm going to ask that you guys as group leaders champion that and try to borrow, buy, or find a flannel to wear next Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the following Wednesday, we have off for Thanksgiving. So exciting. Can't wait. We have a lot of fun things coming up after that with Christmas and everything. The holidays are so fun. But guys, thanks for watching this. I know it was kind of long, even if you were probably like Rachel and watched it on 2 times speed. Great job. Once you finish watching this, text me the code 324. I will see you guys on Wednesday. I love you so much and appreciate you. Thanks for all you do.